a chair and join me today. Out in my workshop, I'm tinkering away. Wand above staring down on me. Wonder what my next project will be. Working on my Johnson, my Mercury Mark 10. Firing up my StarCraft to fish again. Grab your friends and your dog is too, to watch Tim's Workshop on my YouTube.
Hey, welcome to Tim's Workshop. We're out here on the old 60 horse Merc. Gonna put the carburetors back on, do a link and sync, and check the RPM. If you're new here, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell. And if you like, hit that like button. It helps me out. Really does. Check out over to the right, there's an upside down arrow. Click on that. It'll go you right to my description of the video, my disclaimer, my email address, and some other information on there that you might be interested in. Okay, so let's get going on this. So first off, let's pull off the hood here. Push the latch down. Grab a hold of it here, pull it up, wiggle it back and forth. It hangs up over here a little bit, so you got to wiggle it to get it off. I think that's close. All right, so let me take the rags out of here. That's where the carburetor's going, all three of them. Got this hose gets hooked up to the primer. This hose is actually getting hard. Really needs to be replaced, but I'm not going to do it right now. And the filter, you know. So there's some maintenance to get done on this. But I just want to get the carburetors on, get it out in the water, get it tested, make sure everything's running good. The gaskets are still good. So we're just going to put the carburetors back on. Torque them down. Okay, so I kind of laid the oil injection tank kind of to the side here so I can see what I'm doing. And here's the carburetors. They're all ready to go here. What the heck? What is going on here? There we go. Get that going. Okay, that one started. And get this one started. And get this one up here started. Okay. There we go. Now move over to this side. Yeah, this thing's kind of in my way. There we go. Now, move the camera over. Neighbor's dog wants to speak his opinion there. That's all right. He'll give up once he realizes I ain't paying attention to him. Okay. So we got all those started. Yeah. Link and sync is off. So yeah, we definitely have to readjust that. All right. Well, let's get that tightened up. Okay, I got this this hose right here. It comes through the back side here. Got it connected to the top fitting, top carb. Then it goes from there to the middle carb, then to the bottom carb. So I got all that on. The everything is clear, and that's probably why they use tie straps instead of these stainless steel clamps, because of the clearance issue with the carburetors. They will clear. You just have to position them right, and then they do work. And I like these better than tie straps anyway. Now the other hose, the enrichment hose that goes onto the other side over here, we have to pull the tank down to do that one. This little hose right here. Now that one there, I do use a tie strap since it's so small. So we'll just push that one back on. There we go. So that one's on there now. Fuel filter, it's probably still good, but we'll see. And then the fuel pump, got the hoses, got the one-way check valve here that goes from the oil unit down below here. Goes into the fuel. That's how that all works. The fuel comes in this way, and it goes out through here. Okay, so you got an oil mix in with the fuel through this check valve, and then the oiler motor, I guess you would call it, is right down below here. So I got to hook up the rod to that. I'll get that hooked up and I'll show you here in a second. I got the this snapped on to the lower carb. It pushes the rod on the oil injection pump, to regulate how much oil has been fed into the gas as you increase the throttle. As you increase the throttle on these carbs, it increases the amount of oil going into the fuel. So that's how that works. There's a way of adjusting it down here to do that, but I just left it where it needs to be for now. I will go over that on another video when I do the oil injection test. How much it puts in a cup at idle, and there's a time limit on it, and then you check to see if it's right or not. That's how that works. All right. Okay, so now we're ready to move on with the link and sync. So I'll kind of go over it with you. I already recorded this, and the mic battery went dead, so I'm just going to go over it and show you what tools I used and how I set it, and you guys could at least have some idea how to do link and sync and the RPM test. All right. So first of all, you need to take your throttle arm completely off, okay? That way you can move this arm. This is the control arm, right? So you want to be able to move it back and forth, okay? I made a video on this before, so this is kind of like twice. So this is the updated version, I guess, for 2022. So anyway, we got, in order to do the link and sync, you want to get this set right across here, okay? And you have a raised part of the cam right here, and you have a raised part on the roller. So you want those two to line up. So in order to do that, first off, for link and sync, you need to take this screw loose, this screw loose, and the top screw loose. That leaves all these carbs fully closed. There's springs on each one of these carburetors, so when you do that, it'll naturally go closed on you anyway. So you do that, get them all closed. Check out this. If this is off, too far up or too far down, this is a screw that you adjust right here, okay? And that screw is called idle stop screw. That's this one. So we're going to be adjusting that, which I already did. So you loosen this up. Takes a 3/8 wrench. You loosen that up and then put your Phillips screwdriver on here, and you want this all the way up against this stop. This raised part of this piece here, that's a stop. Okay, so you turn it one way or the other to get this thing going the right direction. So these raised marks are lined up. Okay, so once they're lined up, then you tighten this back down, you know, so that's set. Make sure it's all the way up here when you adjust this. You don't want a gap here, so you want to keep pressure on this. You could tie it back maybe with a something just to make sure it's all the way back. You can do that. Okay, so the next step is you want to have a gap here. Okay, you don't want this roller bound up against this, or you don't want it too far apart. So the tolerance is 5 thousandths to 40 thousandths. So this is like a 24 thousandths gauge. I can't get it in there, but I can get a 5 thousandths in it. So that's good. Okay. So the idle stop screw link and sync part of this is set. So when you have this set right for your gap, make sure you tighten the screw down. I usually leave the feeler gauge in there and tighten it down, and then pull the feeler gauge out, and you're good to go. And then tighten this screw here at the bottom and this screw at the top, and then you peek in there one more time with your mirror. Make sure all these throttle shutters are completely closed. So that's good. So the idle stop screw is complete. So the next setting is a full throttle stop screw. This is a full throttle stop screw here. So you want to do the same thing with that. You want to loosen that up, okay? And then you're going to adjust this so that, let me put this down there so I don't lose it. So there's a lever over here, right here, okay? I'm going to hold it up with my fingers there, and you put this feeler gauge in there and see if you don't want it too tight, okay? Right now it's loose, so that's good, okay? So that's set good. If it's too tight, then you loosen this screw up to get it enough gap, because the idea of it, you don't want the throttle shutters acting like a stop. You want the linkage setting to be the stop, not the throttle shutters, okay? Otherwise you'll mess them up. Okay, so that's all set. You tighten it down. Your link and sync is complete now. Now you want to check your idle timing screw. Okay, so you loosen that up. Okay, I already had it preset. When you first work on these motors, you check your compression, and after you check the compression, you check for spark. You check for spark, and then after that, you check your above top dead center, which is 2 to 6 degrees, and your below top dead center for your fast wide open throttle setting is 22 degrees. Okay, and that's set up at cranking speed. Now what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be checking out the idle timing RPM in full gear if it's around 700. That's what you want. When you're not in 700, it runs around 900 RPM in idle, neutral, okay? Make sure before you do any of this stuff, link and sync and all that, that you have your control handle in neutral up forward. So this part of it here, we'll go ahead and start it up, and I'll show you the how to set the idle time, what it actually reads. Okay, with the throttle lever still, make sure this is all the way to the stop. Okay, now start it up. Still in forward gear. $690. $710. Perfect. And I already have it tight. So when I did this, it was the idle was too slow, so I bumped it up just a little bit more to get to 700 RPM. And I had to hit the primer a little bit because it was it's still not totally warmed up yet. It's still cold, so I just wanted to get it set at 700. So it is. All right. So I better take it out of gear before I start it again. Anyway, that's it. I'll take all this stuff back, put it away. Oh, another thing too is now this is all set, you want to make sure your linkage is set up right. So you put this back in the hole here, your little turn barrel, and then you raise this up, and you want just a little bit of tension on it, but not too much, okay? You want to be able to get your paper through there, right? You see, I can't get the paper through there. So what we do, we pull this back out, and we turn this one turn the other way. There's one, two. And the way I turned it is so the barrel is going this direction, which pushes this back, okay? So now, let's see where we're at. Still too tight, okay? So we'll go one more. There we go. Looks like we got to go one more. Okay, that's good. Put that on there. This on there. Put this back up. Snap it in. tighten this down. Then we'll check it one more time. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay, put it in neutral. Oh yeah. Okay, that's it. So you like my videos, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell. Give me a like if you like it. Let your friends and family know about my videos too. So until next time, see ya.